What if facing our deepest fear could unlock a newfound appreciation for life? Leo, haunted by the ticking clock of mortality after his wife's passing, withdraws from the world. Witness how a simple act of planting a tree with his granddaughter transforms his dread into a celebration of every fleeting moment. Discover how to find peace amidst the inevitable. Leo sat quietly in his faded armchair by the window, the muted light of the late afternoon casting soft shadows across the room. Each thump of his heart echoed in his ears, a relentless reminder that every moment was slipping by, counting down to an end he felt powerless to stop. The anxiety was a constant companion, now a tightness in his chest that never quite eased. He no longer stepped into the backyard, which had become a patch of neglected earth since he stopped tending it last year. For years, Leo had been a passionate gardener. The changing seasons had once filled him with a strange delight. The tender buds bursting into life, the vibrant green of leaves in summer, the fiery reds and golds of autumn. But after his wife passed away and age settled heavily on his shoulders, he saw those changes differently. Each bloom was a reminder that everything he loved would fade away. Watching the seasons now felt like watching a clock steadily ticking down to zero. His 8-year-old granddaughter Maya was the only visitor who brought a flicker of light into his house these days. She came regularly, bright-eyed and curious, her laughter a soft melody that filled the silence. On this particular afternoon, Maya approached him gently, holding a tiny plastic pot, cradling a small maple sapling. "Grandpa," she said, her voice filled with hope. "Can we plant this? It's for the future." Flinched, as if a sudden cold breeze had slipped through the room. The future was exactly what he had been trying to avoid. The unknown stretch of time that filled him with dread. He pressed his hands against his aching back and shook his head. "I don't think I can, Maya. My back hurts too much, and the ground out there is probably too hard." Maya's eyes didn't waver. She stood firm, her small hands gripping the sapling as if it were a treasure.
"But it's not just for the future, Grandpa. It's for now too. Won't it be beautiful while it's here?"
Leo hesitated, his mind swirling in conflict. For months he had been trying to protect himself from pain by shutting out life itself, avoiding the garden, avoiding the future, avoiding the reminders of endings. But here was his granddaughter, so young and unafraid, embracing beginnings with open arms. Her simple question cut through the fog of his anxiety. He realized then that he had been obsessing over the end, over the death of the tree, the seasons changing, his own mortality, but not the life that was lived in the middle. Slowly, Leo rose from his armchair, each movement deliberate and unhurried. He walked out into the backyard for the first time in months, feeling the cool breeze brush against his face. The earth beneath his feet was untouched, dry and waiting. He walked to the shed, his fingers brushing over the dusty handle of the old shovel. Gripping it, he knelt down and pressed the blade into the soil. The smell of earth, rich and alive, filled his senses. The coolness of the soil seeped into his hands and arms, grounding him there in the present moment. Each scoop of dirt brought a strange comfort, as if the tree and the earth were sharing some quiet secret with him. Maya knelt beside him, smiling brightly, as together they dug a small hole. When the sapling was nestled firmly into the earth, Leo patted the soil gently around its roots. He looked up at the sky, feeling the warm sun on his face, and listened to the birds singing in the trees. His heart still beat steadily in his chest, but this time he did not count each thump. Instead, he felt something else, a quiet peace settling deep inside him, a connection to something larger than his worries. The anxiety still lingered, but it no longer ruled his mind. That afternoon, Leo chose life. Not as a fearful countdown to an end, but as a day to be lived, dirt beneath his nails and sun on his skin. He had taken the first step back into his garden, and with it, back into living fully, one moment, one heartbeat at a time. As the days turned into weeks, Leo found himself drawn back to the garden more and more. He would spend hours tending to the plants. With each passing day, the garden transformed into a vibrant sanctuary, mirroring the transformation within Leo himself. One sunny afternoon, as Leo and Maya sat side by side admiring the blooming flowers, Leo shared a thought that had been growing in his heart. He looked at Maya and said, "You know, Maya, life is like this garden. It has its seasons, its blooms, and its withering. But it's the tending, the caring, and the moments we share that make it beautiful, no matter what season." Maya smiled, understanding dawning in her eyes. She knew that together they would keep tending the garden and their lives with love and hope. And so, in the heart of the garden, Leo found not just a way to cope with his fears, but a renewed appreciation for the beauty of life, one heartbeat at a time.